Parents, everyone, I have heard all my life about Chuck E. Cheese pizza. I've heard bad things about it. Never been there. I've avoided it as best as I could. It somewhat epitomizes stupidity. It reminds me of the movie Idiocracy, and just your intuition as someone who's never been there is that this is a place where there's overstimulation, there's bad food, and it represents probably the dumbest that America has to offer. It's almost so dumb. It's almost an icon of American stupidity. And the thing is, when you have feelings like that about something just based on hearsay, maybe you're not being fair. And so the question is it really as evil and dumb and horrible as you think it is, just based on what you've heard about it all your life? So here I am. I'm 53 years old. I've done my best to avoid Chuck E. Cheese pizza and feel rather triumphant in my avoidance of it. And then last weekend, my twin daughters are 5 years old. They were invited to a Chuck E. Cheese pizza party, birthday party in the afternoon. It was on a Saturday. And the question is Chuck E. Cheese as evil as I thought it was? And the answer is no, it's not as evil as I thought it was. It is worse. Far worse, and I'm going to tell you why. First of all, I never wanted to go to Chuck E. Cheese, but I am a parent. And when you're a parent, one of the things that defines parenthood is doing things you don't want to do. You don't want to go to Kaiser every other week because your kids are getting stuff at preschool. Every day when you're a parent, your child comes home from school with her backpack. You have to unzip the backpack and take memos and read the memos every day. Field trips. They need money for this, that, and the other thing. There's so many things you have to do. Well, there's also things you can't do. My wife and I stopped going to movies. I don't know, man. Who has 2 hours for a movie? That's a shame. I'd like to see Birdman. Anyways, I digress, and forgive me. Turns out that Chuck E. Cheese is more evil than I thought it was. So you get there, and there's this greeter, this poor girl. She must have been, I don't know, 19 years old. She was freckled. She had giant eyeglasses on that suggested maybe her eyes had cataracts. She looked like she had scurvy. She looked anemic, and I'm wondering if perhaps she was living on the Chuck E. Cheese diet. But she did not look happy. She was pinch-faced. She was expressionless. And you walk, and there's a turnstile. It's a one-way entrance, and she's got this stamp, and she puts it on my hand, and I look down expecting to see this bright ink, and all I see is like water. Now, there's just like a little moisture on my hand. What's that all about? Turns out that on your way out, there's this special scanner that highlights the image. You can actually see the image with this light scanner. And already I felt like I was in this Orwellian dystopia. So we get past the greeter. And then I see this excuse for a salad bar. The lettuce was so wilted, it looked like a pet store had thrown away the leftover rabbit food in the dumpster, and then it was retrieved by Chuck E. Cheese. And I believe that the salad bar, which I saw no one eating from that salad bar, I believe that there must be some California or federal state law that says an establishment has to have a quota of vegetables. And so graduating from the I don't give a damn school of vegetable culinary school, Chuck E. Cheese pizza just put in leftover pet store refuse in the sorry, sad excuse for a salad bar. The rest of the food, the greasy pizza, the cupcakes, the cake, the cinnamon rolls, the chocolate swans, the candy, the gum, the milk duds, all washed down with fruit punch. It appears that a diabolical nutritionist who's trying to make sure every American gets diabetes too conceived of all the food. And surely, with all the electronic stimulation going on in the arcade, you want your child's body to be saturated with sucrose. Beautiful. So the food situation. Then there's the layout. In the center of the Chuck E. Cheese was a Godzilla-sized Trojan horse rocking. And then all these other games with blinking and dinging and ringing and clanging. Not enough. Animatronic puppets on a stage, you know, as big as human beings talking. And then above them there's a video. And the video turns on and tells the kids to get ready, that there's a 15-minute warning for the real birthday party to begin. Some guy goes, "You ready, everybody? I need your attention. You're ready, everybody?" And the animatronic robots are playing the guitar and the drums, and they're going like this. And I'm thinking to myself at this point, the only way I'm not going to go crazy inside Chuck E. Cheese is if I allow a small part of me to die. A part of my brain, a part of my heart and soul is going to just have to shut down. And yes, on that Saturday, as a parent sacrificing my life, I allowed a part of myself to die at that moment when the video came on and the little robot started talking. And I saw everyone eating greasy pizza and on their way to diabetes too. But you see, my friends, we haven't gotten to the kernel of evil yet at Chuck E. Cheese. The evil is in the slogan itself. Read the slogan. Go to the website. Read it. It says, where every kid can still be a kid. In other words, Chuck E. Cheese is a place that allows a child to be innocent. Wrong. The flagrant lie of Chuck E. Cheese pizza is that it's really indoctrinating your child. It's conditioning your child to become a Las Vegas mindless consumer, because everything about Chuck E. Cheese pizza is about simulating a Las Vegas gambling casino. You've got little chips, little coins or chips that your child puts in the game. And depending on your child's performance, your child receives a certain amount of tickets, which are then redeemed for a receipt. So your child can then buy toys and candy, because you know your child hasn't had enough sugar yet. And I swear to God, if we're training our children to become like Las Vegas consumers, how in the hell does that have anything to do with preserving the innocence of a child as evoked by that slogan? No. What you're really doing is you're training your child to become a gambling addict, an addict to Percodan, Vicodin, alcohol, cigarettes, everything that Las Vegas represents. Am I being too harsh on Chuck E. Cheese? Am I missing something? Is there something redeemable about it? Is there something wonderful about it that I've missed? Please help me. Please let me know. Perhaps there's something about it. Perhaps I'm blind. Perhaps I've become cynical. But to me, the guy who came up with that slogan, or whoever came up with it, where a kid can still be a kid, must have had just supreme confidence in the complete absence of critical thinking skills of the American consumer. But I could be wrong. I could be being too harsh. I may be just a crank ranting. I may be irrational. Please, if there's something I'm missing, I want to know. I want to be open-minded. But until I hear a persuasive argument otherwise, I believe that Chuck E. Cheese exceeded my expectations for evil.